didn't show Borderlands to press. That's why. But this is another M. Night Shyamalan movie that's pretty good up until it's not pretty good. Which in this case means that it is pretty good while it's cooking along, kind of skipping over the usual digressions into bullshit that drags down a lot of the not good M. Night Shyamalan movies. And you start thinking, oh wow, he's being really restrained and disciplined, and I think we're going to get out of this one with him just keeping it to basics and delivering a really solid genre movie. Excellent. Good. All right, here we go. Just end it. End it right there. You did it. This one is just really solid all the way through. Oh, God, it's still going, isn't it? Oh, okay. Oh, well, fuck. Oh, shit. Well, that was almost. Wow. It's still going. Jesus. Wow. Oh, God. Why didn't you stop like 15 minutes earlier? Shit. But yeah, while this is cooking, it's pretty good, and that's most of the movie, which is fine. And even when it stops being a winner and just becomes, okay, yeah, that one was fine, in a sense, it's still, fine. So it's way better than Glass, and it's way better than that one where the beach made you old. So, thank goodness for small favors. You've seen a trailer for this, you've seen the premise for this neatly laid out, and it's a solid premise. Josh Hartnett is this kind of super involved, type A personality, has everything taken care of, Johnny on the spot, super suburban dad guy, taking his teenage daughter to see a concert by her favorite artist, who's supposed to basically be Taylor Swift, but like with kind of a gothy edge going on, or maybe that's just the era that this is, but like her name is Lady Raven, so I don't know. I think that's meant to be like a misdirect, that like it's kind of a spooky artist, so maybe she's the spooky one, but not really. I don't know. There's some implication that the kid's kind of been through some shit with her friends recently, so this is like a treat to take her mind off it. Anyway, there's a bunch of cops milling around the whole place, and it turns out it's because, none of this is a spoiler, by the way, this is the premise of the movie, and they sold it this way, so don't jump on my ass about this. This extra concert they're getting to go to exists at all in the first place because there's a local serial killer called the Butcher. You really gotta love how M. Night's setups always feel like half just lazy enough so that you don't know if he's fucking with you or that he just didn't give a shit, and you're never exactly sure whether that's on purpose or not. And anyway, the cops are basically using this concert as an elaborate sting operation to catch the Butcher, which is, again, the kind of really, really stupid crime movie plot device that could either be in a really, really bad movie or a pretty good movie. So like part of the suspense here is less like the suspense of the plot and more, am I watching like complete bullshit with a complete bullshit plot, or am I watching a really, really good movie that's good because it makes something decent out of a complete nonsense bullshit plot? Which, when he's on, is pretty much M. Night's stock in trade. Anyway, Josh Hartnett, the dad guy, is the Butcher. Your protagonist is the bad guy. This is a villain protagonist movie. And he's got like his next victim tied up in the basement somewhere, and he is now stuck in this police sting trap, and he's got to figure out how to get out of it. But he's one of those serial killers that is, apart from being a serial killer, good with his family and his neighbors, like that. You remember the Kevin Costner movie, Mr. Brooks? Nobody remembers that movie but me, I don't think. Anyway, he's got to get out of this, but he's not about to like just abandon his daughter. Like the being a suburban dad thing isn't a cover. He's a good guy apart from being the Butcher. So he's got to escape from here, but he's also got to do it without letting the daughter on to the fact that he's a killer. Whatever plan B he might have, throwing her under the bus isn't part of it. So we're basically following this guy who clearly is good at getting out of stuff because he's gotten away with it so far, as he, generic dad guy Hannibal Lecter's his way out of getting caught by police, setting little booby traps, playing mind games with people, doing minor crimes and injuring stuff, figuring out where the exits are, and, like spy stuff, but with a serial killer as he tries to escape. Hartnett, obviously, perfect casting here. He looks like an everyman. He's still exactly good looking enough that he looks like a guy who'd be like the cutest dad in the neighborhood, guy that you would trust, but maybe not, because he's got like a smile that either says, hey, that's a cool guy, or, hey, that's a guy we probably shouldn't trust. Why the fuck is he smiling all the time if he wasn't, Josh Hartnett, movie star guy? And of course, since whatever else you have to say about him, Shyamalan is in fact a very good director of exactly this kind of material. It is a lot of fun to watch this guy who is a villain protagonist but still a protagonist. Bad guy Jason Bourne his way around the back rooms of this arena, and how's he going to figure this out? What did he do that's going to make him able to do this? All very cool, very good stuff. And it keeps on working right up until the point they should have stopped the movie, and instead it just keeps going. It's like, oh god, no, please don't try to explain why he's like this. Oh no, don't give me an origin story. Don't give me, oh no, you're gonna do that. No, stop. Like, you can feel the movie reaching several natural endings and instead just keep going, and it's like, oh god, dude, he just can't help himself. He just can't help himself. And yet, what is especially surprising is there's a whole other layer to this movie that makes it more surprising that it's not, like, more not good than it is, because the other not insubstantial part of this movie is basically being a commercial for the music career and now acting career of his daughter, Psychoanalysis Shyamalan, who is a recording artist and is now making her acting debut here, who is playing Lady Raven, who basically gets tons of cutaways to her performing on stage. At one point, basically has to take over a portion of the movie as the now protagonist of the plot for several whole sequences. And the thing is, despite how obvious the, hey, check out how talented my kid is aspect of this is the first time in a while that a director has done this kind of, hey, check out how proud I am of my offspring show-off showcase as a movie sort of deal, where the only reaction that you can really have is, yeah, wow, she is very impressive. Like, this is so far the opposite of the Godfather 3 effect. It's not even funny. She's a very good singer. They twice bust out the piano in a very, oh wow, yeah, hey, is that a piano I see? Kind of, okay, yeah, dude, we get it. She's good. Great, okay. But like, damn, she can play. When it's time for her to act, she's a very good actress in pretty, like, challenging scenes, in the sense that it's a lot of, like, shifting emotions and playing it one way but playing it another way, and also in what, again, is a really goofy, pulpy, sweep episode of Criminal Minds style plot. And she's really pulling it off. She's expressive. She's got immediate main character energy. She's really good here. If you didn't know, you would just assume, wow, whoever the hell this is, they just found a brand new unknown movie star. And the movie basically works. Again, I really wish that it had ended like 10-15 minutes earlier than it does, and it would be a super solid movie instead of going on and continuing to go, especially because it really starts to feel like, oh no, he thinks he's got another franchise character here. Maybe, don't do that again. Glass was really bad, dude. That whole thing turned out to be a mistake. Don't. Just keep making pretty good, cheesy, but also pretty well-written thrillers. Just, you're good at this. Stop, dude, stop. But actually, I did end up enjoying it, calling this a 7 out of 10. Give it a look.